Hey everyone! Welcome back to some more Let's Play Quest for Glory 4 with me, your host Tim. Alright, what are we up to? What are we doing? So, we just got done exploring the castle yesterday. We have explored most of the castle, and we didn't find anything really too dangerous. But we did find it completely devoid of, well, anyone living in it. In fact, aside from some batters and a bunch of dust, there was nothing else in there. Oh, Lishi. Alright, let's do this really quick then. Which is, oh, kind of interesting and makes me suspicious of Katrina. Rather, it makes Galvin suspicious of Katrina. I've already beaten the game, so I know how the whole thing works. Stupid Lishi. Over there. Right, what else did we do? We also got our fortune told, and we found out a little more about, I think, Katrina. Even though it was the Queen of Cups, I think that was supposed to be the Queen of Swords.
Oops! Hi there!
Hello, Lishi.
9 and 8 make 17. Watch out for the Fairy Queen. Cloaked by magic, pale of cheek, what is it that the fairies seek?
Ah, we had a quote-quote dream about the Fairy Queen. Make a wild guess.
You come up with a wild guess. That would be a killer rabbit.
Fuzzy bunny, soft and furry. That's a really crazy guess. Find the answer in a hurry if you want to have success.
Goodbye, Lishi.
You say goodbye to the creature.
Interesting. And Galvin, that was an absolute god-awful wild guess. You're a mage. You should at least suspect something mage-like from a fairy queen. Holy crap. Well, we saw the Fairy Queen. She was the one who put out that fountain for us to drink. I believe we heard her talking right before we woke up. We will attempt to see her again. Maybe we'll do that tonight, actually. Though I kind of wanted to be in town tonight to see if the Domovoy is here. But no, maybe we'll go back to town tomorrow. So my plan for this video is to get another Dark One ritual. And we're going to try to figure out where that last wraith is located and kill it. I think there's one more left.
You cast the protection spell.
I think it's up near the gypsy camp. And then tomorrow we will go back to the castle later in the day and explore.
You eat it.
The children's room.
You're so...
We'll also explore the two other areas that we haven't been in. There was an area we could have gone to the right some more instead of going back down to the Grand Hall. And in the Grand Hall itself, there's a way to go to the left down from the small staircase. Oh, it's sunset. It's sunset. Alright, so right now we're just going to walk around and we're looking for fighting. And that's basically it. By the way, how are we looking on Galvin? Hey, our dodge is almost 300. Nice. Our parry might get to 250. Our weapon use might reach 300 as well before the end of the game. And our spells, how we looking? We're at 329. I really need to work on my reversal a tiny bit more. Protection's good. Honestly, our spells are fine. Well, we could probably practice Detect Magic a bunch, but I do that off screen. I wouldn't make you guys watch that. Holy crap, you guys would slaughter me. Watch me cast Detect Magic 200 times. No. Good thing about editing videos is that, or rather putting cuts in. Oh, you guys never have to see it. What are we fighting? Necrotar? Bunny. Necrotar! Let's just fight it. Nice, good hits there, sir. Just cut you to bits now, though. You know, I don't let the music play for that song very much. I used to love that song when I was a kid.
Your weapon is now magically charged.
I say kid. When I was a teenager. I was almost in college when this game came out. Oh, I don't know why I'm searching it.
Searching for the fallen beast, you find nothing of value.
Unless you're playing on starting a flea circus. Terrible. How did that improve our combat skills? Not at all. Okay. Actually, it's not really... Oh, the Necrotar want to move up against it rather than swing from time to time. I thought you could interrupt its attacks, but apparently you... I guess you can't do that, or I can't do it anymore. I'm just immediately hit. So the only thing now is, where is that final wraith? I think it's somewhere up here. It's not night yet. I'm just going back to where we fought the last wraith, which I think was here, if I recall correctly. So from here, we'll explore everything else up in this direction this evening. Let's actually rest.
After some rest, you feel better.
Okay, let's get it done.
Your protection spell has worn off.
Which reminds me,
You cast the aura spell.
probably should keep protection.
You cast the reversal spell.
I guess I can't hurt either.
You cast the protection spell.
If you fight a Chernovi wizard. Well, Chernovi wizards don't hit us with spells at ranged. Okay. Over here is the gypsy camp, I believe. I just want to check it. I don't think there's a barrow white right outside their camp. There is not. Oh, it occurs to me, we might be able to spend the night at the gypsy camp. I've never actually tried that before. Oh, alright, what is it? Chernovi wizard? Chernovi wizard! Alright, we'll do this fight. Alright, my face. Oh. I hate you so much, Chernovi wizard. Oh man, wow, he's really just slaughtering us. I gotta get a little closer if I actually want to slice him.
Your weapon is now magically charged.
Could have gone a lot better.
Score! You find a few gold crowns and a number of copper kopecks.
For all the good it will do us.
You've finally managed to dispel and defeat the Chernovi wizard.
Basically, I just had to kind of slaughter them. I just get hit with your spells every single time I move forward. Okay, so is the wraith here? No. There's not too many more other places it could be, unless I'm mistaken and there isn't another wraith. I think this way leads back to Baba Yaga's hut, though. I don't think we could go north from here. Oh! Oh! This is it!
You feel a chill go through you as you enter this part of the forest, as if a cold wind suddenly sprang up from nowhere.
We have to charge it. We're gonna lose a lot of life. Oh, hello!
Wraith vanishes into nothingness, and the air slowly begins to regain some warmth.
Mental note, Force Bolt is amazing against them.
The barrow contains treasure that the Wraith collected while it was alive, or perhaps more recently from treasure seekers less fortunate than you. You find a suit of plate mail armor, a pearl-encrusted goblet, and 25 gold crowns.
No, it's not this one either. There must be another wraith somewhere around here. I don't think we were a match for another wraith. I don't think I have the mana to do it. I'm gonna explore anyway. I want to know where it's located. We can always run away afterwards. Or rather, upon finding it. Can we go? We can't go north there. 'Cause I don't think we can go north here. Can we? No. It's not up here. Where is that wraith? I have no clue.
Your aura has evaporated. Your protection spell has worn off. You cast the aura spell.
I don't mind my reversal spell running out. Huh. I think we've been at every single spot now. Oh, I need to use the restroom, everybody. Give me a...
Your reversal spell has worn off.
Give me a second. Whew. Okay, everyone. So... maybe I was completely wrong, and there wasn't a Dark One ritual in any of the Wraith barrows. Darn it, now I wish I hadn't burned down the monastery, because I could really use the refresher. Plate mail armor. The plate mail armor consists of sections of metal plates wielded to flexible chain links for superior protection. You wear leather padding underneath the armor. Nice. Interesting. So we're able to wear the leather armor as a plate mail armor as a mage. Where could that last wraith be? I'm obsessed with finding it, but I guess that there isn't any. Alright, well, what time is it? I wanted to find another ritual, and I still do want to get one. So we are going to make our way... we're going to make our way to the Wisps, I think. And we will get the Stone of Squids ritual scroll this evening. Oh, hello. Batters. Where are you, protection?
You cast the protection spell.
Oh. Oh, come on. Come on, Galvin, you can do this. No, it was too early. Darn it. Oh my god, forget it. I have to use the mouse for this. Being hit multiple times is bad. Whew.
Your weapon is now magically charged.
There's no reason I shouldn't be casting Zap in between each batter other than I'm not, because I'm panicking. They do attack really quickly. I guess you could always try to charge them and jump up, but I find that it's hard to hit them with your weapon when they attack at that angle. Alright, so... well, crap. We're just gonna have to keep on going. Without that last Wraith... I was obsessed with that Wraith, though. I thought for sure there was a Dark One sign in a Wraith... a Dark One sign. A Dark One ritual in one of the Wraith... mounds. Revenant! Hello, Revenant. That was fun. I should really look at it before it attacks us.
You find some copper kopecks on the no longer undead. Your aura has evaporated.
I don't think I've actually done so yet.
Your weapon is now magically charged. You cast the aura spell.
Aura is something I will definitely keep on me at all times. Protection only for when I'm fighting something that can probably actually hurt me in melee. Okay. Hello, swamp. Now, these are the children, souls of lost children. Well, it was just Halloween after all.
You carefully place some of the candy on the ground.
Kids love candy.
You capture a few of the will-o-wisps in a flask.
And now we can use these children to help guide us to where one of the rituals are, right here in this obelisk.
When you bring the will-o-wisp near the standing stone, glowing runes appear around a six-pointed image. In the center of the runes, you can now see a small hole in the stone.
I think we can use our symbol on that hole.
When you touch the Dark One sign to its image on the squid stone, the sign locks into place in the small hole. The points of the sign seem to point to 6 of the glowing runes.
Oh, this is when this happened. I thought it was in a different one. Okay, let's see if I can get this correct. A. Oh, okay. A, V. O, O. Was it ZL? I think it was ZL. Oh, darn it. This is... I remember getting really frustrated at this last time. A... V... A... Oh, do I have to right-click? Is that what it is? Let me try that again. A... Nope. You go right back. A... No. A... Come on. I know it'd be... Ah...
Try clicking on the letters instead. Try click...
Yes, I know. A, if I go to A, it should be V that's next. A voozle, right? But I can't go there next. I have to go to V next. O, O, C, L. Darn it! Darn it! I've always...
You need to spell a word.
Okay. This has always given me trouble whenever I've done this part, everyone. I'll be right back.
Your protection spell has worn off.
Okay, everyone. It's done. I know what to do. Let's do it.
When you touch the Dark One sign to...
So, the cursor has to become red on the letter, or it won't work. That's basically what has to happen. And the Dark One symbol resets its pointer. As you see this, the big circle right here, basically a pin or something that's pointing to, every so often. So, we go to A, and that successfully worked. V didn't work, so we gotta click on it again. Bam, and now it's red. How about the O? Reset. 1 O, 2 O's. Now we gotta go over to the Z, which worked for the first time, and the L, one more time.
As you complete the name of the Dark One, you feel a distant rumble under the earth, as of the earth shifting, or some unimaginably huge creature stirring in its sleep. Part of the squid stone opens to reveal a small compartment. You reach in to find a scroll covered with mysterious runes. The symbol of the senses at the top is the only part that you can make out. You also retrieve the Dark One sign, which pulls loose from the stone with a slurping, sucking sensation. The hole in the stone closes as you remove the sign.
Okay, done. Wonderful. And we have the senses ritual. This scroll contains the symbol of the senses at the top. The rest is written in characters that seem to shimmer and shift so that you can't focus on them. Okay, well, awesome. That's 2, I think, of the 6 symbols? 6 rituals that we needed. We know there's another in the swamp, but we don't have the mana to go and get it. At least not tonight, so we'll try it again a different evening. Let's let the children back into their swamp home.
You release the will-o-wisps back into the swamp.
They will die if their souls will just be burnt up if you don't release them back up there again. So, always try to make sure you put the children back to bring the children back to their home before you're done for the evening. Alright, let's head to Arana's garden and have a, hopefully, not so terrible dream. I'm thinking we might actually meet the Fairy Queen this evening as well, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And we'll find out soon enough. We have 2 of the rituals. I know where 2 others are.
Your aura has evaporated.
And the mouth one. Yeah, I think... Oh! No! The last one, Tim, might not be in a Wraith Barrow. You might have just gotten that wrong. You might be I'm probably misremembering. Darn it! Couldn't even look at it, game. Good job, Galvin.
Your weapon is now magically charged.
Might as well take the few kopecks.
You find some copper kopecks on the no longer undead.
Killing revenants is hungry work. I think we'll have a... No, we won't. Have an avocado sandwich in celebration. No, we will not. And this is where the ghosts had been, so we're not quite at Irana's piece yet. It's over one more space. We should probably keep Aura
You cast the Aura spell.
on us just in case I didn't kill all the Wraiths, but I'm pretty sure we have eliminated every Wraith in the game now. I'm fairly confident we have done so. Oh, no fairies. Okay. I guess we'll meet them later. Alright, let's get some sleep, and then tomorrow we'll go back to the town and take a look at Irana's staff. I also plan to visit the castle later in the day tomorrow so that we can explore it, the parts that we haven't been to yet. Let's get some sleep.
You are surrounded by warmth and friendship. You reach out to take her hand and smile as she smiles back at you. You hold open your arms, and she flows into them. You embrace one another and share your happiness. You both laugh with joy as you each behold the stranger you have known so long, this friend that you have never met but always cared for, this love that you share for the first time and forever. You kiss the lips of the mage Irana. You awaken as the sun begins to rise. You gradually wake, feeling relaxed and rested from the night's dream.
Holy crap, no nightmare! And wow! Galvin hit it off with Irana. That's pretty awesome. I think the dreams, I know the dreams, are coming from Irana in a desperate attempt for us to help her, and in her reaching out to us, and us back to her, especially with the last nightmare we had. I guess some part of us was shared with her. I'll talk again in a few seconds, everyone. Once the sexy saxophone music is off our earphones. Way to mess up the romantic bit there as well, Mr. Narrator. That totally wasn't me. I just sat here not doing anything. You heard the tap of the microphone from him messing up several times. What the heck? What the heck? As much as I like Gimli, I don't know if I really like a narrator reading any of this. For the 5th Quest for Glory game, there is no narrator. There's only the voices for the characters in-game. And I much prefer that over a narrator speaking about everything we're looking at. It gives me, as a YouTuber, first off, something to actually read on screen. And next, I don't know, I'd much rather the understanding of what's happening be read in my own voice, in my own mind, as how the emphasis should be placed onto certain words. Yep. Oh well. Right! So, what are we doing? We're going to town today, and we are going to check on Irana's staff. We just had a dream about Irana. So maybe this will help us with the staff a little? Maybe the staff will talk to us or something? So let's give this a try. Taking the staff might be a bad idea, because it's protecting the town, of course. But I want to see if we can at least, well, what the staff will tell us, if anything. It communicated to the gypsy, but it did that in a dream.
You sense magic radiating from the staff and protecting this area. The staff feels warm and almost alive in your hand. You hear an eerie voice in your head.
This I must first do. The sacrifice of life for one of love.
You find yourself letting go of the staff very quickly.
So we cannot have the staff ourselves yet until whatever fate it must... A destiny, I suppose, right? Whatever destiny is set before it must occur. We have plenty of rations left. We picked up our fruit for the day. Okay, so we can do the castle right now. Actually, I don't think there's anything left for us to do walking around outside, is there? Oh, there's Boris and Olga. Let's talk to Boris again and tell him about all the work Olga has been doing. Maybe he'll have a change of heart and decide to go visit her. And then for talking together, well, crap, viewer, I guess I can talk about some of the other games I've been playing off-screen and what I plan to record for the future. This is not one of my more popular videos, but whatever. Gives us something to talk about, I guess.
Hello again. You are a most brave man to wander so freely in the Mordavian woods.
Good morning, Boris.
Good day and welcome back.
So, Boris, you have anything new to talk about? You do not. Let's tell about Olga and how much work it is for Olga trying to maintain the shop.
You tell Boris that Olga is having trouble running the shop without him.
There is much to do to keep the shop straightened up. My family always worked together to keep it going before. If only Olga wouldn't nag me all the time. She and I used to enjoy running the shop when we actually had things to sell. What is the point of even running a shop when there is no business?
That's a fair criticism, Boris. I don't know how much business Olga is getting. I'll ask her. Take care, Boris. Have a good day.
Farewell.
Maybe we'll...
Goodbye, and good travels.
Thank you, Boris. Yeah, we'll visit Olga tomorrow. Actually, we're right here, but no, we'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. Right, so let's go back to the castle, and we shouldn't have to off-screen anything, because I can just rest until the evening. Once we're up in the castle proper area, by the child's bedroom, and we'll see if we're allowed to go in there at night. I believe we should be allowed to do so. Yeah, that sounds like actually it sounds like a plan. We should actually go and finish the exercise machine today. We're right here. If I'm going to be resting to pass by time, I can't think of a reason why we shouldn't do it. Do I need corn? Oh, I also want to visit Baba Yaga again. We need to visit her at least one more time. Preferably 2 times. Because I think we can get a spell from her as well. Oh, I don't need to visit the doctor today. I have all the potions that I need. There's no reason to disturb the good doctor anymore. Oh, look at the monastery.
The monastery is toast.
It definitely seems that way. Does that mean that the hectopod is also dead?
That didn't do anything useful.
Can I go back in?
You can't do anything with the monastery now that it's burned.
Yep. It is burned down entirely to a crisp inside, I guess. Alright, exercise machine, it's time to finish you. Man, it took us quite some time. What day is it? 17 days this time to finish it.
You think you've done about as much stair-stepping as your body can handle.
Yep, I knew we were almost done with it anyway, so. Alright, awesome. How's our stats looking? How's our stats looking? 353. Oh, wow, our honor's at 318. I think we gained quite a bit by releasing the will-o-wisps back out as well. I think you lose a sizable portion of honor if you forget to release them. Yeah, so let's head over to the castle again today. Alright, so what games am I playing off-screen, or what do I have planned, and etc, etc. So, because I'm wrapping up all these Halloween thematic games, like some of the creepy games and so on, and almost all of them deal with fantasy and magic or what have you, the next series of games I'm planning to play are going to be science fiction games instead on the channel. And one in particular is going to be something I've not tried to record. It's not going to be a turn-based game. I actually plan to play a flight simulator one. We're going to play, what's it called? Wing Commander: The Darkest Dawn. It's a free game. You can get it for absolutely nothing. Made by the fans of the Wing Commander series. And it feels like an old Wing Commander game. I didn't play the Wing Commanders. I played the original TIE Fighter and X-Wing games a long time ago. It reminds me of those, but with better graphics, and it has some voice acting in it, and it feels fantastic. It also gives me an excuse to use my joystick. I haven't used it in some time. Unfortunately, the thrust won't work with it. It's the joystick or thrust, not both.
The crypt door lock yields to the power of your open spell.
Yep, but I intend to play through it. It's going to be hopefully awesome, but I don't know how entertaining I can make it. The issue with that game is that I have to pay attention to what's... It's like fighting when I hit the combat screen here. It's difficult for me to pay attention to what I need to be doing because I have to dwell on what's happening, pay attention to what I'm doing and the commands I'm entering. And flight simulator games, when everything's hitting the fan, there's not going to be much that would probably be doing other than yelping and saying, "Whoa, I was close," and stuff like that. But I'm going to give it a try anyway.
The small key from the crest opens a lock in the relief. After following the dark passage for several minutes, you come out into a castle chamber.
Okay, we're going to go right upstairs and explore the section by the Grand Hall. It's not night, is that correct? Just triple checking. We haven't had any reason to peer through keyholes or listen at doors, because we haven't... Well, it helped us with the batters a little. At night, though, we will want to pay attention to that. Ooh, right through the door. Okay, so we're going off in this direction.
You cast the reversal spell. You cast the aura spell. You cast the protection spell.
Galvin would probably have all his spells going, exploring new places that he hasn't been to yet. Look at this place. Alright, so first let's use the oil.
You carefully oil the door's slightly rusty hinges.
Storage of some sort.
There are a number of large barrels piled in a disorderly heap. Some smaller containers line the shelf. None of them look in very good condition.
Is there any flasks we can take? Maybe one?
Most of the containers are broken and useless. You find one intact empty flask and put it in your pack.
Anything magical here?
You sense no magic in this area.
Let's then use the oil on the other door.
You carefully oil the door's slightly rusty hinges.
I suppose we might as well take a peek.
All you can hear are distant creaks and groans and the beating of your own heart. That would be a bad...
Oh, I think I was accidentally clicking on force door open.
You don't see any sign of life or movement beyond the door.
Okay, well then let's head on in. Ah, that's a game of auto-saving. Because this is going to be a little tricky. It's not really. But if you didn't know it was here...
You carefully oil the door's slightly rusty hinges.
Okay, we have a massive bed.
After several...
Okay, nothing special about it.
It's a massive iron-bound chest. A worn, threadbare rug adds a touch of color to the plain wooden floor.
Anything magical?
You sense no magic in this area.
Let's open up the chest then.
Kablooey! You got the chest open but set off an explosion in the process. The chest was trapped.
Oh, nice. Good hit there, sir.
Finally, the wraith vanishes under the force of your onslaught, its ties to this world severed at last.
Whew! The times I was not inflicting any damage is because I accidentally was using Frostbite instead of Lightning Bolt, and I meant to be using Force Bolt that fight.
In the chest, you find a small flask labeled Healing and 25 crowns. Pretty nice for a few minutes' work.
Indeed. I think this is basically all the money you can get in the game from exploring and killing all the wraiths. 315. Okay, well, let's head up to the child's bedroom now. And we'll wait outside, we'll just rest a bunch of times till it's night, and then we'll see if we're allowed inside.
Your reversal spell is wearing thin. Your aura has evaporated. Your protection spell has worn off. Your reversal spell has worn off.
We should probably keep the aura
You cast the aura spell.
in effect. We do have a ghost on this staircase. I don't think we're harmed by it at all. Oh, looks like we might have lost a tiny bit of life. Maybe like 1 or 2 points, or maybe that was us recovering a life point. I'm glad we shut the chest door. Probably the inhabitants of the castle don't even inspect anything with it.
You ship.
Oh, wait, what? That's not right. I walked through... Wait, I walked through this door, right? This one. We shouldn't be in the downward spiral. Oh, well, there's another bug. Alright. We have to go around the long way then. That's really awkward. Right, so let's talk about different games then while we're walking through the castle. So, I plan to play SteamWorld what was it called? SteamWorld Heist? SteamWorld Dig Heist, I think? I think it's called SteamWorld Heist. Which is a turn-based game involving a very unique hitting option. It feels like a 2D version of XCOM, but instead of percentages, which determine whether you hit a creature or not, or enemy, it's based on the angle at which you fire the gun and the amount of protection or other obstacles that are in the way. It's really well done, and it can be very punishing very quickly. I very much enjoyed it, and I beat that game, and I would like to record it on the channel as well. I will probably be revisiting Halcyon 6. Since to my knowledge, all the issues that I've had with that game should have been cleared up by now. Though it has been a long time since I've played it, several months now.
Your aura has evaporated.
Almost 6 months, I think, to be exact. I can't believe it's been so long. And finally, I think I will play through Xenonauts again. I really liked Xenonauts, and I've been in the mood to play it again. But this time, I will not mod the game as much. So the last time I played through Xenonauts, I heavily modded the game because I thought it was going to be more like XCOM, and that you throw a bunch of troops in, you lose a bunch of troops to the meat grinder, and then, well, that's just the way it works. You lose lots of troops. But it's not the way the game actually plays. You're not actually supposed to lose the troops. You're supposed to keep them alive as much as possible, like the new XCOM is. Although they don't have any special abilities or what have you. And I unbalanced it because I modded the game so that I could take an extra, I think, 4 people on missions. Which was way too many and trivialized a lot of the battles. I still lost people. Like, every mission I would take at least some wounds, so like 1 or 2 people would get hurt, and I'd probably lose 1 person. And at worst, I'd lose like 3 or so. There was and this for other games that I'm not recording soon, but just I guess as a heads up, just in case you care, watching Quest for Glory 4, Grim Dawn recently had their expansion released, and I intend to pick it up. I was a backer of Grim Dawn ages ago, 5, 6, 7 years ago, 6 I think, when that game had been announced on Kickstarter, and it's my intention to play through it. Or finish it. I started playing through it, and then I stopped right near the end of the game. I think I'm maybe like 3 hours, maybe, away from beating that game on my recorded channel. And then I now have the expansion. Well, I don't have it yet, but I'm planning to pick it up and play through it. And I'm glad I waited to with all my high-level characters until the expansion came out. This way, I'm not over-leveled for it. I really want to experience it without starting the New Game Plus. What time is it? It's midday, so now we will...
After some rest, you feel better.
Rest a bunch of times. Let's actually save the game.
After some rest, you feel better. After some rest, you feel better. After some rest, you feel better. After some rest, you feel better.
It was 4 hours.
After some rest, you feel better.
Sunset. Probably can rest for 30 more minutes, and then it's nighttime and we're in the castle. It'd be boring just to sit here for 4 hours. Galvin must meditate or practice Zen or who knows what.
After some rest, you feel better.
Sleep until morning. Alright, let's do this. Oh, actually, first, let's make sure we're protected.
You cast the aura spell. You cast the protection spell. You cast the reversal spell. You hear heavy breathing beyond the door. It reminds you of a hibernating bear.
Who is it, Toby? He came to visit while I was sleeping? Did you ask him what he wanted? Well then, ask him now.
Well, this is interesting indeed.
It's a big, nasty-looking hairy monster, and it's looking right back at you with a very hungry expression. She's a lovely little girl, although rather pale. Her glowing golden eyes really set off the highlights in her hair. She does appear to have a bit of an overbite problem. This drapery frames the... You are in a child's bedroom. The bed reminds you uncomfortably of a coffin, but the look is relaxed somewhat by the soft curtains and the huge toy collection. A monster guards the bed.
Interesting. So, she is totally a vampire, and this would verify that vampires exist. She's also a child, and I don't think she's the master. Hello there. How are you?
You say hello.
Hello? Do you live in the castle now, too?
No, I don't. I'm a friend of the master who lives here. My name is Galvin, and I'm a hero.
You tell about yourself.
I never met a real hero before. Why'd you come here?
You start to tell what you're doing here.
Toby, it's not polite to interrupt. How many times do I have to tell you that?
The crackling is the sound of a torch somewhere. Very annoying. Talk about innkeepers. So, let's talk to her for a little bit first, before we mention the innkeepers, shall we? What's your name, miss?
My name is Tanya, and this is Toby. What's your name?
Galvin. It's very nice to meet you. Toby looks really big and strong. You couldn't have a nicer protector. Is he your friend?
Toby's my best friend. We play games and tell stories, and I never had a real friend before. Toby says I'm his best friend, too.
Aw, that's wonderful for you two. Can you tell me where your parents are? I don't suppose they're here in the castle.
My Mommy and Daddy don't like me anymore. I did something bad and now they don't want to see me ever again. Sometimes I miss my Mommy and Daddy. I know, Toby, you and Aunt Trina take good care of me. I wouldn't want to leave you ever. But I still miss my Mommy.
Tanya, what did you do that they think you're a bad girl?
Toby used to visit me at the inn. My Mommy and Daddy would not like it if they saw Toby. They wouldn't let me play with him, so I didn't tell them about him. One day, Toby brought me a beautiful doll. I never had a real doll before. I named her Vanna. But when my Mommy saw Vanna, she got real mad. She tried to make me tell about Toby. My Mommy and Daddy yelled at me. They scared me. They took Vanna away, and they wouldn't let me see her ever again. I didn't want them to do that to Toby, so I ran away with him. Aunt Trina says my Mommy and Daddy won't like me now. She says they will be scared of me like they were scared of Vanna. I don't want my Mommy and Daddy scared of me. I will never go back again. I know, Toby. You should go now. I don't want to talk about bad things.
Very courageous little girl. Running away at... How old is she? Like 8? Maybe 9? Tanya, what is it like in the castle? I've been through most of it. It looks pretty empty. You're the first other person I've seen here.
This is where I live now. I have this whole room to myself and Toby. Sometimes I get to go to the hall with Aunt Trina and play with Cuddles.
Cuddles? Who's Cuddles?
Cuddles is Aunt Trina's pet hound. He's my friend, too.
I believe Cuddles is a necrotar. You keep mentioning Aunt Trina. What is she like?
Aunt Trina says she will be my friend and take care of me. I like her. She gives me nice things. She sent Toby to me. She says I'll be her little girl forever and ever.
That's very true, I'm sure. She must care about you very much. Where is the hall located? Is that the Great Hall with all the statues downstairs?
That's the place with the big fireplace and all the fancy statues. Sometimes I dance for Aunt Trina there. It's fun. Except when the Dark Man is there. I don't like him.
Oh. Who's the Dark Man?
I don't like the Dark Man. I wish Aunt Trina never brought him here. Mean. I stick out my tongue at him all the time.
Good for you.
Toby doesn't like the Dark Man either. Toby says the Dark Man can't be trusted. You should stay away from him.
I intend to do so, unless I can help him to leave quicker. What was it like dancing with Aunt Trina?
Aunt Trina says I dance very well. I like to dance, especially up in the air. That's really fun.
You and Trina can fly, then?
Sometimes Aunt Trina and I dance all over the room. We dance on top of the statues and everything. It's like flying around and around.
Well, she seems to enjoy being here. Although I can tell she misses her parents, but she's pretty resolute in what she decided to do. Tell me, Tanya, have you heard any stories about vampires?
That's a scary thing. That's how come we always used to have garlic all around at the inn.
Oh. So, that's where you lived? At the inn, then?
A long time ago, I used to live at the inn. But now I get to live here. I don't have to be afraid of the bad things all the time. Now I have Toby to protect me.
That's wonderful, but you're probably able to handle yourself as well. I take it you don't like garlic very much.
Mommy and I used to braid the garlic and put it up all over the place to keep out the bad things. I don't like the smell of garlic. I had to wear garlic around my neck all the time. Now I have a pretty necklace instead. See? Isn't it pretty?
It is, yes.
The necklace is on a choker chain, completely covering the little girl's throat.
Oh my goodness, so she's dead. Like, I guess that's what killed her in the end. A magic necklace that strangled her to death. Oh my goodness. You know, Tanya, I've met your parents. They miss you very much.
You tell her about the innkeepers.
I miss my mommy and my daddy. But I can never go home. Not now. Toby says this is my home now.
Wow. Yeah, she's pretty resolute. Let's give her some flowers. Well, here, Tanya. I was planning on giving these to Aunt Trina when I met her. But why don't you have them? I don't know when's the last time you were allowed outside.
I haven't seen flowers in a long time.
Oh, that's all she says about it. Can we... Yeah, I see nothing else that I can give to her. Okay, Tanya, well, it was nice meeting you. I'm sure I'll see you again.
You say goodbye.
Goodbye. You should come back and talk sometime. And I'll tell Aunt Trina that I want to see you
No,
again.
no, that's quite okay.
You ask the child to keep your visit a secret. You want to surprise her aunt.
Oh, good. I love surprises. Toby, you have to keep this secret too. No, a secret's a secret. Promise? Bye-bye for now.
Toby. How... I can't think of anything to ask Toby at the moment. Toby, when did you start seeing Tanya?
Toby says I'm supposed to stay in my room and not talk to strangers.
Very good. All right, let's leave. I believe that goes very poorly for you if you decide you want to try anything hostile there. I think that's one of the your three insta-killed rooms or decisions you can make. Actually, there's two. Yeah, that's about right. So, don't attack Toby. You won't be able to do anything for Tanya if you do so. Okay. Now, it's night. So, it's a little more tricky being in the castle, but only for one room, if I remember. Alright, so watch this be the one time I'm completely wrong. Let's actually save the game so we don't have to have the conversation again. What do you guys think of Tanya? She looks quite different now than what she used to look like. Katrina seems very protective of her and probably cares about her. She probably also sent Toby to her in an attempt to have a child. I guess being lonely for so long would probably do that to you.
All you can hear are distant creaks and groans and the beating of your own heart. You don't see any sign of life or movement beyond the door.
Well, let's go...
Your aura has evaporated. Your protection spell has worn off.
We'll keep aura running.
You cast the aura spell.
But I don't think there's any reason to keep the others going on me.
Your reversal spell is wearing thin.
Interesting. Where does this lead?
You carefully oil the door's slightly rusty hinges. A long hall runs north and south between two of the castle rooms. You sense no magic in this area.
Well then, let's go ahead and see where this takes us. Another library of some sort.
You carefully oil the door's slightly rusty hinges.
Any magic in this place?
You sense no magic in this area.
Let's get the other door, and then we'll take a look at the books. There must be something special about this place.
You carefully oil the door's slightly rusty hinges. The bookshelves are full of incredibly exciting works, such as 250 years of Boyar ledgers and first-grade writing samples.
There's nothing interesting in them whatsoever.
There's something strange about the volumes of Tobin's Spirit Encyclopedia, subtitled To Pass Beyond the Veil, on these shelves.
Ah, I remember this. There's a word hidden in here. I think if we have... I think it's exit we have to place. Oh, that just took us back to this location. Interesting. So I guess if you're not a mage, you can get back... Oh man, walking into this bedroom might have been a bad idea. Okay. Oh, I thought that actually opened the other door we were just at. This will take us back upstairs to the room where we went right to see Tanya. Okay, we should still be good. Everything should still be safe for us. I want to go back to where we just came from and go down the other, well, open the door and see what's beyond it. There's a staircase there. Darn it, Timmy ruined it. Darn it! Right, so what else can we talk about here? So, what's probably going through Galvin's head right now? Probably a little raging at the fact that Katrina's trying to use him, but we just had a reading about her, I believe. And, from the reading...
Your aura has evaporated.
Katrina seems to honestly like us, like she's falling in love with Galvin, which is awesome, but also dangerous.
You cast the aura spell.
That can very easily turn into hatred if we work against her, which we'll need to do. If we want to help Tanya out, she's not Katrina's daughter. And I wonder if Tanya would go back if we could convince her that her parents do still love her, and they do. They were harsh on her, but I can understand why they were as well. The Domovoy will explain more, I believe, as well.
He looks like someone with whom you really don't want to tangle. He's mean, he's tough, he's a goon. You hear voices at the bottom of the stairs. You carefully oil the door hinges to prevent revealing squeaks.
I think we can get a... Oh, come on, game. Alright, one second, everyone. I have to restore the game so we can actually see what he talked about.
You carefully oil the door hinges. You hear voices at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay, will you tell me what they're talking about?
You know, there are those two huge goon guards down at the bottom. Are you sure this is such a good time to head down the stairs?
Just want to get a little closer and see if I can hear.
Boring! This is definitely boring. Hey, dungeons is always guarded. And we's the guards. But why guard a dungeon when there's no one in there? We got to guard something, don't we? Else we don't got the job. Well, it's still boring.
You are no match for them. If you go downstairs at all, you are instantly killed. It is game over. You just get a game over screen. So, no, we won't be stepping down there today. I think if we leave, we'll hear them talk about something else as well. Actually, we could just walk down there and see the ending screen.
This really isn't such a hot idea. It will be certain death to get too close to those guards.
Can we attack them?
This is not a good place to practice your magic.
We could, realistically, Galvin could probably pummel them from up here and slaughter them, keeping them from... we could cast Frostbite on the stairs to make it like an ice slick, and keep casting Force Bolts at them to kill them. But we're not allowed to go down there. Alright, let's go ahead and leave, and we should get another conversation with them.
The math is really something, ain't she? Yeah. I even likes the kid. Shame they keep her all the way on the other side of the castle. Yeah. It's the Arabees guy I can't stand. He looks at us like we was food or something. You got it. That guy gives me the creeps.
And now, Galvin is 100% certain that it's Atavis.
There's something strange about the...
Alright, so as before, we can put exit, which will save us a few rooms that we have to go through. And it's time to get out of the castle. It's nearing midnight, isn't it? It's getting close. We should be able to make it back to Irana's garden, though, in time. And then we'll call the session. Actually, however, there's one more thing we can witness here. Only at night, and you had to have oiled the hinges to do it. And, of course, you had to know it existed as well. And we're going to do it. So we're going to go...
Your aura has evaporated.
Back to the main chamber.
You cast the aura spell.
And then we're going to go back upstairs towards the main hall. But we won't be entering the main hall for reasons you will see when we get there. Now, oil is perhaps one of the more useful things I suppose you can buy in the game. Well, I mean, you need food to live, so you can't really compete with that. I guess technically you need the pie to live. You need the candy if you want to get one of the rituals, if you're not a mage. We could have casted fetch on the lights and had them and pulled them to us. The game auto-saved, everybody. That's because it's quite possible for us to die in the next few seconds here, or minute or so. Let's walk upstairs, and let's re-oil the hinges again here, just to be safe. I love the image of these spiral staircases. They're wonderful looking.
You hear voices beyond the upper door. Two people seem to be having an argument in the next room. You carefully oil the door hinges to prevent revealing squeaks. You carefully open the door just a little so you can hear better and look through the crack.
Everything is going according to plan. My plan. I am not interested in your petty revenge scheme.
You cannot trust him. He will attempt to destroy you the moment he realizes what you truly are.
No, he is already attracted to me. I want him to act from his own free will and not be some puppet whose string I hold. After all, if I only wanted a puppet, I could have used you.
There will come the day, Katrina, when I will be the Dark Master, and you will be only a memory.
You would love to destroy me, wouldn't you? You hated me from the moment we met, but you thought you could use me, didn't you? You were blinded by your own ego. I have always been your master, and you my mere apprentice.
I will have my revenge!
On whom? The hero or myself?
Both of you!
Oh, it is so easy to make you lose your temper. That is why you will never be the Dark Master. You let your overwhelming pride override your thinking.
Darn it! That was Katrina. Oh well, Galvin. So much for a romantic interlude. She's still expected to see us some evening in front of the castle, though it sounds like she won't attempt to do anything to us. She'd much rather persuade us to do things. Which works really well, because she probably could have made us a vampire and had us do whatever she wanted to do upon us leaving the Dark One's cave.
The books all seem to be glued in place.
I guess when we walked out, she must have been surprised at,
You reach up to put the candle back.
I guess Galvin's just naturally cute. I guess he is actually, like, he was a fighter, so he's, you know, he's muscular. He's not a slouch or anything like that. So, I guess she was a bit shocked and decided to not immediately take us over right then. And then meeting us again, she began falling for us a little. Or a lot.
As you shake hands with the Grim Reaper statue, the door at the top of the stairs opens. Your aura has evaporated.
We'll get a small glimpse as to what she wants us to do.
You have entered an eerie, deserted graveyard. Strange moans wail through the trees, and mysterious lights seem to flicker and fade among the tombstones. 2 large crypts dominate the cemetery.
Our first time here at night, apparently.
You cast the aura spell.
Results in a new reading. I didn't realize that. Alright, we're off to Irana's garden to spend another evening there. I wonder if Irana will try to talk to us again. You you probably remember all of the... So, when we've dreamt of warmth, love, friendship, etc., but we've also dreamt about dying and being forever alone and having the life sucked out of us. We will discover what's caused that, I think, this evening when we sleep. I think. Alright, let's spend another night here and see what happens to us this evening in our dreams.
The sounds of battle rage around you. You hear once again the death screams of 100 brave warriors and friends. The darkness reaches for you. The tendrils of twisted magic writhe around you, sucking at your very soul. Your staff is torn away. Your magic is sheared from you, and you lie defenseless before the all-devouring blackness. You are swallowed by the darkness. Now you draw forth the last of your power, your very life force. With your final spell, you bind the darkness from within, and send it back to the chaos from which it came. It takes you with it. You awaken as the sun begins to rise. You wake in a cold sweat. You remember every detail of the nightmare as though it had really happened to you.
Irana was able to banish the Dark One. However, it dragged her along with it, and she wasn't able to fully banish the Dark One either. So she's been trapped with it for who knows how many years, as it just feeds off her essence and keeps her trapped.
Your magic...
But she keeps it trapped as well currently. Ugh. Poor Irana. Holy crap. Well, everyone, that will do it for us. Thank you guys for watching. When we come back today, we'll try to spend the night up at the inn. We'll also try to see Katrina outside the castle gates, and we'll also be visiting Baba Yaga. We'll do all that next episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.